said, you know what, let's come back last year and really, they can make a name for themselves in Oregon, Eugene. You know, for me, it's more of I really love all the families that's been Oregon fans from for so many years, right? And they always talk about the O on our helmet is representative of how many national champions we have. So I'm so eager for the boys to go out there and the goal is to get to the championship game and win one for Phil Knight, for Dan Lanning, and then for all the Oregon fans that's been Oregon fans for so many years, right? I meet them all the time, and those are the ones that, for me, I'm praying that the boys can pull this off for them because they deserve it. Oregon deserves it. Eugene deserves it. All the fans, all the kids that are the guys that came before them that paved the way for our kids to be here. I hope that the boys do, win it all for.
Dave, I know you have family in town. It was very generous of you to come on. Last question for you. What has Dan Lanning meant to your family as a head coach?
Uh, the one thing about Dan Lanning is this. Um, he means what he says. Right? He's a guy that I can call and he'll pick the phone up, right? Not just me, not just because of Mateo. I mean all the athletes on the team. You know, he meant I mean, everything he said from when Mateo came here. You know, he's done and exceeded it. You know, oh, more than enough of what he said he was going to do for Mateo. I'm just so thankful and grateful for Dan. He shows great leadership. I call Dan a pastor. If you really look, it's his sermon. He's like he's studying for when he goes and preach those messages to these kids. It's like a pastor doing a sermon. You know what I mean? So he's like a slash coach pastor to me, to these kids. And he's an easy guy to follow because you know what I mean. Be an example. We're doing barbecue at the house, and he's over the house. A lot of people is there. Him and his wife show up, right? And we have a long line to the barbecue food, right? And I told Dan and his wife Sophia, don't worry about it. Everyone understands. Go ahead, go cut the line. Just go to the front. He looks at me and he looks at the line. He's like, no, Dave, we'll stand here, wait our turn. I'm looking at him. No, Dan, just worry about it. Everybody got to get up there, get your food. Then you got to get, you're our head coach because that's part. Man, he said no, and they stood in that, and it was a long line. But that right there explains who Dan is. He doesn't allow any of this status stuff, who he is as a head coach, everything to change who he is, right? He's always going to do the right things the right way, the way it's supposed to be done. So for me, I'm just grateful and thankful that I'm under, my kid is under this program, and I do my part in helping with whatever they need, from recruiting to talking to parents. I'm an easy person to explain real time of what we do here. Family. That's what we do here in Eugene. We do family here. We hold barbecues after every game. All the families are invited. Whoever it is, come on. And you don't need to bring anything. We got the food, drinks, everything ready. Just come. And at the end of the day, it's about fellowship. It's about encouraging each other. But that's what Dan brings to my family, and what I will never forget. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you here, Dave, and it was an incredible privilege to get to talk with you a little bit and hear you talk about the fellowship that makes this program special. I so appreciate your time. I hope you have a great time with your family, and I hope we get a chance to talk with you again.
Oh, no problem, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a great day, Dave.